Zack Kassian of the Vancouver Canucks. Meet Steve Urkel, by the way.
Thank you. He doesn't know swag. He doesn't know swag. You're young. You know what's going on. A big game Zach. By you today.
Thank you. Before we get to that, here you are on the post-game show of record, the wildly popular After Hours. You've heard of the show, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like the way you lit up when you said that.
Yeah.
But you had expressed your desire coming to Vancouver that you wanted to fly under the radar, have some time to establish yourself. I'm guessing you've given up on that crazy notion now that you know how big the Canucks are on the West Coast.
Yeah, that comment didn't last too long. I've walked around the street and already people have recognized me, so it's a good feeling and it's nice.
Let's talk about the game, Kevin.
Yeah, you certainly played very well today. You were a factor physically, tons of hits, but you maybe be surprised some of these Canuck fans with your skills. You played extremely well. You had one-on-one. Take us through your goal and your assist tonight.
Well, Kess won a battle along the boards and got the puck to open ice.
So this is the goal.
Oh, this is the goal.
This is the goal right here,
well, Kess did a great job, and puck just laid there and just tried to shoot it on net. And I don't think Millsy saw it because he's a pretty good goalie. He probably would have stopped it.
You're being modest, but that's a nice shot. But you had a big impact physically as well. I know you like to play the body. You like creating space. What type of player do you see yourself as being? Some people think that you have the potential to be a Lucic-type player. How do you see yourself?
Those are tough comparisons. Obviously, he's a great player in the league, but I see myself as a hard-working forward. Doesn't shy away from physicality, stands up for teammates, and also chips in offensively. So hopefully, as my career goes on, I can move into a top 6 role and see where that takes me.
Well, there's no question, Zach, that the Canucks are hoping you're going to bring an intimidating physical presence to this team, and clearly in the first 3 games that you've played, we've seen signs of it. Yours was the biggest deal on deadline day, and I think we can state the obvious here and say that Canuck fans were somewhere between disappointed and surprised that Cody Hodgson was traded away. Given that, did you feel that it would be a daunting task coming here to win Canuck fans over? And you're making headway, by the way.
Definitely, I think so. I think I played against Cody all the way growing up in junior, so I know the skill level he has, and the fans really liked him here, even the guys said. So I was a little nervous, but I just wanted to show them I'm a hard-working forward, very passionate and physical, and will do anything for the team. So I was very nervous, I'm not going to lie, but I'm just going to take it game by game and see where it goes.
This appearance is a chance for Canuck fans to get to know you. So here's a tweet from Aaron Dykes. Cass, tell us about your figure skating experience and being Mickey Mouse.
Oh, God.
I have no idea what that's about, but I'm sure there's a story to it.
Yeah, when I was younger, used to take figure skating, and at the end of the session, at the end of the year.
Yeah, a lot of great players have actually started off in figure skating.
I didn't mind that part, but at the end of the session, when you saw what graduated the class, we did a big routine and got to the rink, and my mom had some mouse ears and the whole costume and the whole bit. And, I didn't mind the figure skating, but that kind of is a little overboard.
So you had to play Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, skating around, a bunch of mice on the ice and showing off our moves we learned.
Did you actually wear figure skates before hockey skates?
No, I don't think so. No, I can't remember. It was a ways back, but I figure skated before I played hockey.
You played for a great junior program in Windsor. Talk a little bit about how that helped you and helped prepare you to play in the NHL level.
Just they know how to win there. It's no surprise. They have great management from Warren Reichel all the way down to the coaching staff there. They're great people and they know how to win, and they truly do develop you and get the mindset as a pro. So when you leave there, I think you have a little advantage over some other places in junior hockey.
Here's a tweet from Radim Lahani. What do you think your role will be come playoff time if the Sedins start getting knocked around? This goes to the grit the Canucks are expecting from you if they end up in a series like they were with the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's a good question. Obviously, those are 2 star players and 2 key players on our team, and they need to feel comfortable out on the ice. And I think if it gets to that point, someone definitely has to stand in there and come together as a team and let those 2 know that we have their back.
One of the most interesting tweets of the night comes from Mike Lawson. Can you tell the Sedins apart yet?
No, that first game at home, they actually set me up for a couple, and I wanted to say I should have buried it, but I didn't know who it was, so just wait until they sit next to each other.
And that's when they're wearing numbers. What about when they're in the room with no sweaters on?
Exactly.
Oh, it's even worse. I just wait for them to sit together and kind of walk by and say nice pass, and both of them will kind of read off it.
Yeah. You'll figure it out. All the players on the Canucks have.
Yeah,
Kevin.
you seem like you're getting very comfortable here, though, to be honest. Just watching on the bench, I see you interacting with your teammates after some shifts in the hallway before the periods. You're giving guys a fist pump. Are you starting to feel at home here?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, again, that starts with management here, the coaching staff, GM, the players. They've welcomed me with open arms. They've been great to me, and it's definitely nice when you have them behind you and talking to you and showing you around, and it's definitely a good feeling, and I'm just very excited to be a part of it.
You know, Zach, since the trade, pretty much the entire focus has been on your physical ability. In fact, we spent the first few minutes of this interview talking about it, but that is to the exclusion of your skill set, which is considerable. We're going to look at a goal here. I think it was your second as a Buffalo Sabre, but the first goal you scored at home in Buffalo, in Nashville, or against Nashville, I should say, in early December, and you don't score a goal like that if you haven't got considerable skill. How do you remember it?
I was turning with a lot of speed, and the puck kind of bounced, and I had a little step on the guy, so I was going on a breakaway, and it started to bounce. I was a little nervous, tried to settle it down, and went quick, forehand, backhand, and thankfully it went in.
In your game, then, what is the mix of physicality and skill?
I think that's one thing I'm very trying to focus on, trying to develop. Sometimes I'm too much on the skill side, sometimes I'm too on the physicality side and not focusing enough. But I think when I'm on my game, I think I'm doing everything. I'm hitting, but when I get the puck, I'm making plays and protecting it and doing all those things. You
know, in junior, you had a number of suspensions. Well, of course you know you did. But they seemed to go up incrementally. There were 5, 10, 20 games, I think. This, I think, speaks to the difficulty of playing on the edge but not going over it. Are you better at that now?
Yeah, I think I am. I think I've grown as a player in that sense. I think I know when to make the hit, but I know when people are vulnerable, and I know when it might be dirty and might cross the line. So I knew coming into pro hockey that they were cracking down on headshots and all those things. So I definitely wanted to not come in the league and have a target on my back, and wanted a fresh start, and I feel I've done that so far.
Sure, Brendan Shanahan's happy to hear that, and the Vancouver Canucks are as well, because they can use you on the ice with your talent. But who's the one player that you kind of pattern your game after as a youngster? Everybody looks up to that one guy. Who's the one guy you pattern your game after?
I like Todd Bertuzzi as a player.
Yeah.
Obviously, those are tough shoes to fill,
Yeah,
but
great skills.
He is a great player here.
Yeah.
I know they loved him here in Vancouver. Just the way he competed and battled, and could protect pucks and physical down low, and had a little scoring touch. So if I could become half the player he was, I'd be happy. But at the same time, it's my first year as a professional, and I want to make a name for myself.
Zach, on a personal note, your father passed away when you were 8, died of a heart attack. So you had to grow up relatively quickly, but you had some help from your brother Michael, who is 12 years older than you. How did he help you? What sort of a father figure was he to you? And maybe he still is.
Yeah. To this day, he still is. He's an unbelievable person. I think when my dad passed away, it was tough on all of us, but he really dug deep, and he knew that he would probably have to turn into more of a father role as a brother, kind of lay the law down when it's needed, but also have some fun with me. So he's been great. He's there to give me crap when I need it, but he's there to push me when I need to go harder.
So he got you back and forth to practices?
My mom did. My mom and brother,
Yeah.
they shared time. My sister Stephanie and my sister Amber was a basketball player, so she was always on the road too. So it split time between my mom and my brother, and they I couldn't say enough about my mom. She was unbelievable through it all. And
it's beautiful. It's a family affair.
Absolutely.
What did Michael think of the trade?
My family is very very quiet about those things. They're happy if I'm happy, and obviously I was shocked at first, but then when you get to this city, it's unbelievable, and they're all happy. They're ecstatic. They get to watch me a lot more. They don't get to come to as many games. It's a little further away than Buffalo, but they're very happy.
Zach, thanks for your time. Great to have you on the program, and we'll be talking to you a lot, I think, in what's left of the season and the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Thanks for having me.